around December 2013, and I was diagnosed with breast cancer. At first we thought it was really early stage and small and contained, but it actually turned out it really wasn't quite so contained. After my first operation, it was significantly bigger. The primary tumour was significantly bigger than we thought, and it was in 5 out of 10 of the lymph nodes that I had removed, so it had spread. I was so grateful that I had actually put in place insurance because it was so valuable for me through this period, just in terms of kind of easing the, the emotional stress, the financial stress, and ultimately the physical stress, I guess, as well, in helping me with that. So yeah, God, that was a bright move. I've been talking with lots of friends who don't have that kind of insurance and going, you really do need to. It's fantastic. It was a really positive experience. They were really supportive. They were kind of personally supportive as well as practically supportive. So one of the things they did early on, my case manager actually looked at me and said, well, you're starting up a business. Hey, we've got a program for that. We can give you extra support through that. And that was offered without my even knowing about it. So, it translated to extra money, which was so valuable at that time when I was trying to set up the business. In the early stages, very much the really great that you're doing, I don't know, going out and talking to people, or that you've got some work, or that you're doing an on-site, just schedule ahead. Make sure that you have a quiet morning the morning after. Make sure that you kind of manage your week. And that was really great. Anyway, the guy in the insurance company, he was a rehab advisor. And this one said, look, I was an exercise physiologist and I think that you'd really benefit from it. I instantly went, yeah, great, happy to try anything, because it was so frustrating that I couldn't keep my energy up, so frustrating that my thinking wasn't what it was, and I just really wanted to feel capable. You didn't just kind of go, oh, let's just do this and do your heart, and we'll check what your recovery time's like and how many things can you lift. It was much more, okay, let me understand your body properly. Let me understand everything that's going on in it. You went through all of those and I think understood them. And then when we were doing the testing, you actually you tested quite carefully and sensitively. And I felt really confident at the end of it that you were going to actually tailor something that was going to work for me and wasn't going to have my shoulder fall apart or my neck go out or any of those kind of things that kept happening. So, yeah. We haven't talked about that, yeah. At first it was really hard work. It was just making myself go to the gym, making myself do all of it, coming back, feeling tired but not feeling bad the next day. And I think that was really important, because one of the things we talked about early on was pitching it so that it wasn't at a level that it wiped me out, and so I kind of felt really bad after it, but that it was getting the improvement. And I think it was probably after a couple of months that I noticed that I was walking a bit faster. Look, I think work was starting to pick up around then as well, and things were getting a little bit more complex and challenging, and I wasn't struggling so much with it, and that was really great. I started to notice I was working longer hours. Without consciously doing it, I was just able to do it for longer. I could, whether I was sitting at the computer or doing on-site work or going out and meeting with people, I was just able to go for a bit longer and not get so wiped out the next day. It was a very positive experience. And so when it got to the point when I was having the conversation with the case manager about ending the support, it felt good. It didn't feel like I was being hustled off. It was basically me going, yeah, actually, your investment in the exercise physiology has made a really big difference, and I don't think I should be on income protection insurance anymore. I think we should move on.